Hello, my wonderful collective. Welcome to my channel. This is me, Slava. Good to see everybody. And welcome the guests of my channel as well. If you're new, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, my wonderful collective. Let's do another reading for you. And let's take a look what the messages the universe have for you today. My beautiful, wonderful collective. What messages the universe have for you today? Let's see. Messages for you. Oh, okay, let's start. First card. First card, we have woman. Okay, woman energy, feminine. Okay. Second card, we have clover. We have luck. Okay, lucky you. I guess this is a return of your luck in your life, okay? Some sort of lucky events. Let's take a look. What is these lucky events? Lucky events. We have bouquet of flowers. Bouquet of flowers, positivity, success, fulfillment. Could also signifies romance. Could signifies love. Oh, there's a tower. There's some sort of luck. Maybe even in illegal matters. Government issue, government matters. Stability. Tower often represents stability. I kind of feel like everything in your life stabilizing for a better, right? I will look into, yeah, see in the bottom of the deck, there's a lot of gossip. There's a lot of negative people that dissatisfied with the fact that things are going in your favor. Okay, there's a lot of talks here. Birds signifies gossip, talking, karmic, some sort of karmic people, right? Look at this rats, karmic people here. I feel like they're going to be so unhappy, and they're already unhappy. Your enemies are not happy that things are going into your favor. See, luck and tower. You gaining stability. Bouquet often also represents society, community. People support you. There's a lot of supporters by your side. And of course, most of all, the most beautiful message for today is once again, you regaining your luck, right? Your luck is coming back to you. Finally. And someone's so not happy that you're doing well. Look at all of these karmics. Look at all these karmics. Gossipers, rats, mice. There's so many people are talking about you all the time. Every single day there's talks about your life. It's kind of feels like you're a superstar or some very important person, VIP. Because whoever these people are, they're dissatisfied with the fact that things are going in your favor and turning into your favor. I feel like your enemies cannot handle it. They cannot handle it. So let's first take a look how exactly your luck returning back to you. I don't see any obstacles. Yes, I do, like I mentioned earlier, see some negativity here from these people, these foes, but they're just gossiping, right? They're gossipers. They're trying to throw some rumors about you, some silly, ridiculous, ridicule your life, you know? But at the end of the day, success is behind you here, see? Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is a truth. Truth is on your side. Law is on your side. Clarity of your mind. The way you present yourself, the way you speak, the way you carry yourself is absolutely incredible. And trust me, your enemies would not like to see you that in this position. So your enemies will have no choice but to walk away from you. They will be gone. They will be cut out from your life. And this is your victory. This is harsh victory. Harsh victory. Your enemies will be cut out here. Yeah, see, Emperor, this is your strong positions here. I kind of feel like whoever these people are that been throwing this fiery ones at you, now it's coming back to them. Everything that was thrown at you, every single gossip, every single thing that was done to you was the intent of malice to destroy you intentionally. is now coming back to your enemies. And I feel like your enemies are retrieving. Like they look back, right? They're looking back, but they have no choice. They are retrieving your life. They cannot do anything anymore. They cannot prove anything, right? They know your power. I kind of feel like it's a finally realization of these karmic foes, who you are as a human being, who you are as a person, that you are matter of fact an emperor, that you are tough, that you are stable, that you are confident, and that you are going to succeed, and you're already succeeding. So yeah, consider yourself lucky. Consider yourself lucky. Okay, well, let's take a look here. These unhappy foes, they're retrieving your space. Slowly but surely, they're backing off. Okay, they're backing off from you because they cannot, they can no longer match to your energy. You have colossal power. And that's exactly what I see here in your identification, that you have tremendous, colossal power within your soul and your mind. You, matter of fact, so intelligent. You know how you put your enemies back in the place where they belong, in that little nest of gossip that they created? Because of your intellect. Ace of Swords represents intellect. You said, no, 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 no. I'm not going to allow you talk some nonsense things about my life or about me. I'm not going to allow you to continue lying about me. And you step into your power. So through this process of dealing with these negative foes, karmic enemies, rats, gossipers, jealous people, envious people, you put them back in your place by simply entering into your true element. And now I feel like you are in your true element. You are so confident, you're so empowered, you're moving towards victory, and that's going to be colossal victory. A lot of people, I feel, will be very envious of you. A lot of people are very envious of you because they cannot do anything to you. They understand it. They know. They know you're the winner. They know who you are now. So any gossip that are being spread about you, you know, it's like water. You know, water, it's nothing. It's not substantive. It comes and goes for them. What else about you? Let's take a look at your, how do you feel right now? Because I do see you starting to feel very good about yourself. Very confident. You most likely have done a lot of changes in your life. I see you have been working on yourself. You have been working on your life. You transformed your life. See, there is a transformation here. You actually at that position right now where you said, I had enough. You're moving towards putting an end to these people because they've done too much damage to you. There's 3 people here that did this to you. 3 people. 3 people right now that are retrieving, that are not facing the consequences for their own stupidity and their own action. I do see witchcraft here could have been done. Maybe one out of this person did some sort of witchcraft on you constantly. Or maybe they thought that they could win by doing some sort of witchcraft on you, but they can't do it, okay? They're too weak. They have no resources anymore. Yeah, humiliation. They feel humiliated. 3 people. You humiliated 3 people with your intellect, with your truth. You see? 3 people. 3 people feel humiliated. You humiliated these people. What did you do to your enemies? What did you do? Because these 3 clowns feel humiliated. You exposed them and you humiliated these 3 people. That's fabulous. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, well, let's take a look about these 3 people here. I do see 3 individuals that fought with you. They wanted to humiliate you. I see that. But why? Why on the first place these people decided to try to mess with you? You're such a strong individual. It took 3 people join their task together that tried to overthrow you, and yet you alone hundreds times more stronger than these three people. The colossal power. You are in your power. You are in your element. But I want to know, so these three people, they already understand that there's best not to mess with you. They already understand you winning. You already won. You already won. You proved the truth. There's some sort of truth that needed to be established, and you proved it beyond reasonable doubt. Okay? You proved it beyond reasonable doubt, which once again strengthening your position by the emperor. You worked on a situation. See? You worked. You worked. You didn't quit. You didn't give up. But maybe perhaps these enemies, these three enemies, saw that you will give up eventually. But you didn't. And every day you worked like a pro through sweat, through blood. You mold yourself into this emperor who you are. And yes, of course, victory is yours. You earned it because you didn't give up on yourself or on this situation. But the rats, I feel like, these enemies over here, they thought you'll give up, that you don't have, they thought you don't have it in you. They thought you don't have it in you, but you proved all of them wrong. And now I see you're successful. Now I see you're stable. I will take a look exactly what else is coming towards you. But I want to see what exactly this trio wanted, because I see you humiliated them. They even too embarrassed to look people's in the eyes. They know you exposed them. They have nothing to say anymore. There's no more gossip. The only thing that they can gossip is within each other, to each other. That's it. If these enemies of yours would ever approach a third party or a random person, let's say an acquaintance of yours, and if they tried to brainwash them and say a lie about you, you know what that acquaintance gonna say? He or she gonna say, listen, you're crazy. You're crazy. That's not the person who you are. So people know who you are. They know you're intellectual person. They know you're strong. They know you're truthful and honest. They know you're a moral person, and yet you're so beautiful and delicate at the same time. So their lies is not working. But I want to know, why would this trio, who are now humiliated, you humiliated by exposing them, again, Ace of Swords came up, see? Again, logic, clarity, your power, your insight. That's how you expose them. Through your own intellect. But they thought you're a fool. You see? They thought you would quit, you would give up. What did they thought you are? Who this trio thought you are? Because they clearly shocked here. Their jaws are dropped to the table every time. Every time you speak, everything you do. Who did this trio thought you were? Right, Five of Pentacles, right? Well, see, you recovered here. So they thought you may recover or you may not recover. But initially, when they targeted you, they thought you were very vulnerable. They thought you would say, oh, life is hard right now, right? That you would feel insecure, that you would lose money, that you will have no resources, that nobody supports you, blah, 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 blah. You don't need anybody. You don't need anybody. You yourself, your own supporter. Look at you. You can support anybody with that strength, with that power. You can support the whole army by yourself. You can lead the army by yourself. That's how intelligent you are. And the reason why I say that you are so intelligent, because look at this Ace of Swords twice. It's your sharp mind. It's your logic. You quickly mobilize situation, right? You stopped and you're like, okay, well, let's make things logical here. You started to think. You have very analytical mind. You would be a good detective, honestly. You have that very analytical skill. You always can identify red flags, mistakes, gaps, whether it's to be in evidence or whatnot. You're a very, very smart person. And everybody knows that. Everybody knows that, including these clowns over here that targeted you. They know that now. They know it is best not to fuck with you because that sword will fly their way. They know that. But they saw that you simply don't have any money for some reason. These gossipers over here, these mice and rats, they initially thought, oh well, you don't have any friends. Or they may say, well, you're too poor to afford a lawyer. Let's say they did something illegal towards you. For some reason, they judged you by your materialistic state in life. How much money you had, where you lived, how you dressed, right? But oh boy, they were wrong. They were wrong. Because none of this mattered to you, right? You know that if you want to be successful, all you have to do is put your mind to it. And overnight, a jackpot, right? Look at this. You're such a lucky person. Lucky person, okay? Luck is with you. You're born lucky. They didn't take that into consideration, right? So whoever these people are, like I said, it's a group of gossipers, group of most likely narcissists who judge people by their bank card, not by their true potential and their true intellect. And that's how they messed up. Because if they knew how this whole matter will end, and that is by with your victory and their defeat, believe me, they would stay far away from you as possible. But they dared. They dared to swing that sword at you. So looks like, yeah, they saw that nobody will help you, right? That you don't have enough resources, that there will be nobody that will actually support you, defend you, protect you. Yeah, look at this, another card. Failure, that you're a loser, failure, that you unhappy in life, that you're gonna grieve for some sort of missed opportunities. So in other words, they put their bets, and this was the only defense that they ever had, right? It was a fact that you are going to give up because you're going to be, in a state of self-pity, that you're going to pity yourself, that you're going to be depressed. And that way, that would be a perfect environment for these abusers to continue targeting you. But you mobilize very quickly here. You mobilized and you increase your power by 100, okay? Like level expert by now. Okay, what about this trio? How do they feel now, knowing that they're finished here? How do they feel? Like a page, okay? Cunning, gossipers. A page. Who is a page? I always refer to this card in tarot as a immature bully. Okay, teenage bully, someone who's foolish, behaves foolishly, aggressive, defensive. So they're like defending themselves. They're like, no, I didn't do that. How dare you to accuse me that I tried to destroy the life of you, they say. They don't even want to take responsibility for their own mistakes. You changed because I see you worked on yourself. You put a lot of work in becoming who you are today. That's why you can now enjoy this comfortable, victorious chair. Now you can sit comfortably in your power because you didn't sit there and start feeling pity for yourself. Oh, poor me. Oh, somebody broke up with me. Oh, police did this and this to me. No, you mobilize. You were quiet, right? And that's when you were most dangerous, is when you give these people silent treatment. Because when you were quiet, quietly, you worked on yourself. Quietly, in silence and privacy, you gathered evidence, you gathered information, you gathered your resources, You expand your networking with the right people that you needed to be in your life, and kabam, here you are now. So yeah, looks like right now they're feeling defensive, right? But they're still lying. They're liars. This is a card of gossip. They're gossiping. What else are they gonna say about you? What else are they gonna say? They don't have enough, you know what, to stand up and admit to what they did to you was wrong, unprecedented, frankly sick. They don't have that in them. They're weak. Emperor is you, okay? Which means you always take your portion of accountability for everything you do in life. You strong. You're not afraid to say, yes, I made a mistake, whatever that mistake was in your life, but I'll fix it. I will correct my behavior. If I needed to, let's say, work on this situation or this matter, I will work on that. Whatever it takes me, but I'm going to train myself and I'm going to work on that better to become the better version of me. That is you. You evolved. This is a tremendous evolution of your energy and relevantly your path. Your enemies here, these gossipers, they cannot man up to what they did to you. They keep lying. And that's their problem. Lies, gossip, they feel defensive, they're still cunning, they're negative. They have a lot of ideas how to overthrow you, but they don't have resources. They don't have strengths or intellect. You see? So yeah, they all getting together, they're thinking, full of their gossiping ideas, how they going to swing the sword against you as an emperor. You're an emperor. Emperor always have allies and an army of their own. This is a page. A page. No armor. Look at you. You have a full body armor. Protection. Look at this page. Nothing. Barely dressed. So, but they still swinging that sword, right? Like they can do anything to you. Nothing. Nothing. You don't even need to get up from your chair. From your royal chair you're sitting so comfortably that you built for yourself. By yourself. So, yeah, they're full of ideas, but no action. No action, right? But they have an idea. Let's take a look at their idea. What is their master idea of this trio of liars? What is their master plan? That's my question. What is their master plan idea that they will never put into reality? What is their idea? What is their idea? If their idea to lie, well, no lie bypass you. Not a single lie, not a single cunning behavior that coming from your enemies would have ever passed by your royal chair. Never. You have that natural radar. You're a born winner. You see, Emperor, he's wearing red. Red signifies victory. You're a born winner. Born winner, okay? This is in your cards. This is in your destiny that you are going to win. You're winning every single time. No one have won against you yet. And I highly doubt ever will. Once the emperor already got that throne, impossible to overturn. Impossible. So let's take a look at their idea. So their idea looks like to me is to continue spreading some sort of rumors about you. They become very slappy, you know, like slappy, careless. They're like, they don't care even what comes out of their mouths anymore. I kind of pick up the feeling of, you know, becoming mentally unstable, their behavior becoming very disorderly. And that because the boomerangs came back to them, to these people. There's boomerangs. They're in boomerangs. They're getting their karma. So if somebody is already getting the boomerangs back, and looks like to me that these 3 rats are getting these boomerangs, okay, already for some sort of lies that they said about you, how exactly are they going to achieve anything? One cannot strike while they're being already struck down by a boomerang. But they're wishing, they're hoping, but I do see they're already getting their boomerangs. It's already came back to them. Yeah, for fighting you, see? For fighting you. Boomerangs for fighting with you. Every harm they did to you, they pay. So of course they're mad. What about you? What about you? Card of a child. New, right? New you. That's what it is. It's a new you. It's a new era of you. Not the same as you were. But that is once again thanks to you and your own strengths. That you are who you become today. Because you did not give up. You didn't lose faith. You didn't lose faith in the universe. They thought you would, but you didn't. You didn't lose faith in the universe. Matter of fact, you accomplished a lot here. See, you've become successful. You mastered your life. And that's really what an emperor is about, you master your surroundings. You master yourself. You mastered your mind, your behavior, your actions. Your whole life is under control solely by you. So if these liars that were gossiping about you, that entrap you, that abuse you, they have nothing to say. They have nothing to say. Maybe years ago, when they first struck you, they could have used some of your weaknesses in their advantage. And what do I mean by weaknesses? I didn't see you had weaknesses. The only weakness that played a role that your enemies were able to use against you is the fact that you simply were in a very bad state in life. See, financially, maybe you didn't have financial resources. You felt left out, maybe even heartbroken. Maybe you lost a residence and you had to move and relocate. Maybe you didn't have definitely something to do with money here. You were simply dealing with a bad period in your life. Everybody has bad periods. But look at you now. Look how successful you are. Look how abundant you are. Look how strong you are. While these rats getting their boomerangs for fighting you, for lying with you. So keep it up. Whatever it is you're doing, keep it up. Keep it up. Show them who you are. Show them by becoming the better version of you. Yeah, this is the card of the mask. See, you revealed their masks. You ripped these fake faces out of your enemies. Because remember, they lied. They're pretenders, right? Whoever these enemies were, this community, these people, 3 of them, right? 1 or to 3 to even more. Could be up to 12 people. Could be up to 23. Because usually mice is reproduced by dozens. So I'm talking about a lot of people here that were all fake, that pretended they wore a mask. Mask of a good Samaritans, the mask that they never harmed you. They could have wore a mask of a good Samaritan, acting as if you need some sort of help. You don't need no help. You can help anybody. Literally, you're an emperor. People come to you for help. So during this battle, and that's the problem with your enemies, they never left you alone. They continue fighting with you, doing some sort of witchcraft spells as well. There's a place to be of some sort of magical influence, which I see definitely does not affect you. But the problem with these enemies of yours that because they fought with you nonstop, and during that chaos and that battle, you said, enough is enough. So you pull the masks off and you expose them with your sharp mind, because you have very sharp mind. Ace of Swords. You're a very logical person. There is no fooling you. You see people right through, because power is given to those who deserve it and to those who will not abuse it. And according to the universe, this is how the universe sees you right now, you deserve it. You deserve this victory and you deserve this power. But you rip their faces. That's why they feel humiliated. You're like, oh, you the one that said this and this about me. Well, let's take a look. Why? Why did you say this and this and this about me, knowing that this was false, fabricated, gossip, and slander? Why did you defame me? So you're like, okay, you want to fight with me? You want to slander me? You want to lie? I will expose you instead. And that's exactly what you did. And because you exposed this narcissist for who they truly are, because they were pretending to be happy, right? Oh, look at me. I'm so happy person. Life is great for me. No, life is not great. It looks like to me that you're pathetic and miserable and depressed, psychotic. Only a psychotic people would fight with somebody. No happy person fights another person unless that fight is for truth. Your enemies fought because they wanted to destroy you. You fought because you wanted to redeem your name. So you expose this witch, whoever that witch is. Who is this fake person or people? Who is this? Who's the initiator of this whole gossip about you? There's always has to be someone. Who is this person whose mask you ripped off? You told everybody how it should be and what is the law is and what is right. There's a card of a devil. Devil, Empress, and a moon card. Some woman, demonic woman, lying woman. Okay, maybe she's blonde or dyes her hair blonde. Doesn't have to be. But it's a woman that is clearly best friends with the devil. Well, I would not call it a best friend. Devil is nobody's friend. Okay? That's why she's getting a boomerang for witchcraft. Okay? Yeah, devil's there. Demonic woman, negative, jealous, and a moon card, crazy in the head. And she did not like the fact that you're actually smarter than her, because she has no intellect here. Gossiping is not intellect here. I will, however, give her a credit for creating this whole master plan, narcissistic, psychopathic master plan, how she wanted to mold the identity of you into something that suited her. But it failed. So some woman here is getting boomerangs. Crazy woman. You exposed her. She feels she's exposed. And on top of that, she's getting boomerang for witchcraft. Boomerang for everything. For gossip, for witchcraft, for everything she did to you. Why? The question is why? Why is this woman wanted so badly to hold the status of an empress? Yeah, see, Ace of Swords. She's cold. She's cold. She's boring. Yeah, she's smart. Okay, I'll give her that credit. I cannot call her foolish. She's a pathological liar. She's a planner. She planned this attack on you years ago and till this day. But right now it's pretty much the war is over. It's yeah, she created to fight with you. She invited other people. She thought about it, right? This is the card of thinking about it. She thought about it, how to defeat you. She's still thinking about it. But she no longer can put her work into act anymore. Her hands are tied. Not only because she's getting boomerangs, as I mentioned earlier, but she has other obstacles. She cannot do anything to you. Okay? But yeah, she planned it very well. But in generally, what kind of woman she is? Well, Queen of Swords, analytical, all about mind, right? She thinks all the time. She thinks about it, and then if she, let's say, has a plan in her mind to get what she wants, she's gonna try to get it, even through magic, even through witchcraft. In other words, she's willing to sell her own soul to the devil to get what she wants. Now, it looks like to me she wanted the status. Empress, right? She wanted to be better than you. She wanted to be the empress. She wanted to be one and only. She wanted to be the important one. She wanted to be successful one. But she's cold, like ice, unemotional. Unemotional. Everything that if there's any way she shows emotion, that's a play. That's a drama. That's an act. She never shows her own true emotions. She can't. She's too cold, boring. But she has to be interesting, right? So she discovered that if she fakes, if she pretends, if she strategizes, this was all strategy here. Every single day was perfectly written down as a plan, a battle plan. She created a battle plan, including with her friends, have to target you. And there's some man with her. There's also some man with her. Maybe a couple. They're done. 10 of Swords. Yeah, they're watching you, right? They still behind your back. There's 3 people here. Man, woman. Man in generally comes up as a fire sign. What can I say about this fire sign? Well, firecracker. Let me put it this way, like a firecracker. Overly emotional. Okay? Fire and ice. So if they're a couple, they're not very well compatible as a couple. She's cold, boring, and he's like on fire, right? Overly impulsive, overly emotional. I mean, it works, I guess, but they must have had something in common that they wanted to get. That's the only reason why they got together. So yeah, these people are watching you, but they're watching you succeed. 9 of Wands, see? You have that fiery wand. They know you know. They know victory is yours. They know you already exposed them. Nobody's going to be able to hide or conceal anything from you, and relevantly from the law. If you choose to take that claim to the law enforcement or the court, you will succeed. So at this point, I'm telling you, roads are wide open. You can do whatever your heart desires. There is no stopping you. There's no restrictions, because this couple is over. What did this couple wanted? This man and a woman, the fakers. Because they saw nobody will know. See, nobody will know that they're fraudsters, thieves, crooks. They're like, oh, nobody will know. Nobody will know that we are 2 of Cups, that we will partner up together to throw you down and to maybe make money off you or to make you suffer. It was intentional plan where 2 people plus more, but definitely there's a couple. Maybe there are a couple. And it was their plan simply to steal, to gain something from your suffering, to backstab you, to frame you, to entrap you. They planned this. But their problem was, like I said, that they did not know you will mobilize. And that is end. Their deception is end. See, death. It's the end. It's the end. And your final wish fulfillment, which would be your victory. But there's something criminal in nature here. Something criminal. They did something illegal to you. Not only witchcraft that came from a woman, but also illegal. What did they wanted? What is this deception is about? They wanted to arrest you. They wanted to restrain you. You were framed. But why? Why would the sick people wanted to frame you? For what? What did you do? Nothing. Do you see the hatred of these clowns, of these liars and thieves? They wanted you to take blame for something you have not do. That would be called miscarriage of justice. And a minister of justice then would have to be involved. And maybe already involved. Yeah, they wanted. That was their only goal. They've done something illegal and they wanted to take blame for it. You to take blame for it. They wanted you for some reason restrained, detained, incarcerated, or you could have been incarcerated because of Seven of Swords. You could have already had legal problems. You were set up. You were set up by these lovers. They're lovers. Man and a woman, husband and wife, co-workers, work together, work lovers, work affair. You see? Through work. They were working together in entrapping you. They were sleeping together while they were working. You should have never been entrapped. You should have never been arrested. You should have never been detained. If this is the case, there's a criminal matter. Something these clowns did. But don't worry, they're exposed already. Victory will be yours. Yeah. See, there's undercover operation against them right now. They're under investigation. There's police that now investigating this pair. They're under investigation because you, like I said, should have not been in this position. Some sort of fraud was done. Either that fraud was done by some corrupt. Oh, they forged your signature. They forged your signature and there was an identity theft. They used your name to commit crimes and they said you did it. And you suffered because of it. But it wasn't you. It wasn't you. So there has been most likely an undercover investigation. Again, see forged signature. Identity theft. They entrap you. You were entrapped here. Yeah, you were accused of something. They accused you. It was a conspiracy. Conspiracy and was targeted offense. You were accused of doing something you have not done. And that is a moment of truth. So yeah, they accused you of something illegal, criminal, under criminal code. Could have been anything. Accusations could have been anything because remember, there's a case of slander and that is a lie. Gossip, intentional slander. You were treated like a criminal. But you were never a criminal. You've done nothing wrong. Just because this sick woman wanted some sort of revenge, I don't know, she comes up as an empress, too full of herself. She thinks she's too smart. Not smart enough, clearly. She's already exposed. You're smart. You exposed her. She's clearly an idiot. Pathetic, miserable, jealous idiot. But yeah, you were a victim of targeted offense. Conspiracy. Victim of conspiracy. They accuse you of things that you should have never been accused of. Could be anything, really. Anything. From assault, fraud, corruption. Accuse you that you're some sort of con artist. I don't know. These accusations over and over again to the point that you suffered here because of their lies. Now it's their time to be held accountable for what they did to you. Of all the deadly sin. Yeah, see, there was a matter of of promotion and money, and there's a military officers who that did this to you. Military involved. So maybe this pair is to do with military officers. I see military. Military did this to you for the sake of money. They accused you of something you did not do because they either were seeking promotion, money, or some sort of income level up or something like that. It's a corrupt military. But that's backfired. The lies surfaced. Everybody now knows, because remember, now these military officers who once again got promoted, increased their money. I'm talking about this couple here, this pair that did this together, plus some. There was an undercover operation going on against these military officers for what they did to you. And their lies surfaced, right? Their lies. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. When you take a civilian, an innocent person like yourself, pile up with some accusations, maybe even being tortured, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Whoever investigating these military officers, I mean, they dig in a lot of information and truth here that will incarcerate them, because there's one road, there's one ending of these false accusations, and that is the road to imprisonment. There's no other options. It's backfired. So you need to know that their malice is not going to work anymore. They're going to prison. They will answer because they wanted money. They wanted promotion. They wanted to level up, whatever they wanted to level up. Why don't you level up your moral standards? Why don't you level that up a bit? Why don't you become a normal human being and treat people normally? That would be a good level up, but no, narcissists. Narcissists that are now poor. How that level up went for you? Clearly did not went well. It was a short ride of that power and success, right? The music stopped playing. No more music. No more money. Corrupt money that they earned by entrapping you, by lying on you. Now they're poor. Poverty, that's what's changing in their life. Poor. Poor. There's no more wealth. They wanted that wealth, and they made wealth on you. But when the universe did the audits, and I see that that audits was already done, the universe said, oh, wait a minute, that's actually your portion. So you going to be successful here. There's money coming in. There's sudden wealth for you. Sudden wealth, you understand that you are going to be rich, successful, and abundant. And they going to be poor, incarcerated, and pinched for what they did to you. This is the end. See, it's end. The end. The end of this situation. Now, I also see here that a woman did some sort of magic on you. There's a witchcraft to be. Boomerang. See, boomerang. This couple receiving and these people. Serious problems. With money, 100%. What other boomerang? Because clearly the woman, it was her idea, right? Remember, she's a mastermind. Look at her. She's like, I'm smart. I'm intelligent. Well, if you that smart, why in the world are you participating in criminal activities? Not a single criminal got away with crime. Not a single criminal got away with crime. Sooner or later, everybody gets detained for what they did. So clearly not that smart, but she thought, yeah, ritual she did. That's how she was fighting with you. Rituals she did. Yeah, now she's blaming herself for it. Too late. Yeah, the jealousy. So this woman could have been jealousy. Which maybe she paid somebody to do a ritual on you. But I do see that this woman have a sense of jealousy, okay? I see witch. You could be yourself a witch. Right? You could be yourself powerful. Because I do see you have a card of power. Death rituals here. Death. She wanted you completely to be unalived. But of course, it is unsuccessful here. Unsuccessful. Whatever this death spell that was done is unsuccessful. They did not affected you. I do see you yourself strong person. You yourself very smart person and strong. But this was jealousy. This woman did this to you out of jealousy. She was jealous of you. Maybe you were in relationship with somebody. Maybe this woman, wanted to be with a man that you were with. And yeah, she that's for her, this was the end of the world. She could have not handled it. So I'm assuming that's how this whole gossip started. So she started cooking. She wanted to get her luck back. She wanted money. Okay. And like I said, she simply wanted, for some reason, the only really thing she really had going for her, for this woman that was, like I said, competing with you, was some sort of money. She thought that if she has money, she will win over you, right? So everything was done to make sure you would remain vulnerable, remain poor, unsuccessful, depressed, have no ambitions in life, and of course be financially disadvantaged. Because this woman, whoever this woman was that did this to you, she has nothing going for her. Nothing. Nothing. Money is the only really thing that she thought she has anything to offer to people, is money. And particularly some man that most likely chosen her because of money. Yeah, but I see separation here. I see broken heart. I see his clarity here. Clarity. If this woman and this man were together, maybe this is your ex. Could be for some of you. I'm just giving you a couple scenarios here. There is a breakup here. There is an ending of relationship. There is a clarity here. There is a separation, and I see this other woman is remaining in her broken heart. No magic at this point helps. None. When you do so much harm to people, eventually that sword will no longer have any effect. And that's exactly what it is. I feel like devil himself no longer supports this woman. None. She's done too much to hurt innocent people. She's being disarmed. And I do see she will be heartbroken. I do see that she will lose the partner she's with due to the truth coming to light. Truth. Maybe this masculine does not know the whole truth of what was done to you. But he will. Okay, he will. So boomerangs here. I honestly advise this woman to leave you alone and stop playing this game with witchcraft and rituals. And remember that the boomerang is a real thing. What goes around comes around. In regards for you, my wonderful collective, doors are wide open. Do whatever your heart desires. Anything you want. There's no restrictions. None. Absolutely none. Let's take a look at advice for you. Advice for you. Raven. Wise woman, right? Isn't it true? How wise you are. A change is coming. That's exactly what it means. A change is coming. It's already on its way. Raven is a very symbolic bird, and generally in spiritual practices. Ravens live between the world of the living and underworld, right? So the change is coming on all aspects of your life. If there was harm done to you, believe me, these people will get their karma. If there was some sort of curses, separation, breakup that was done, death spells, it's coming back to the sender. Everything coming back to you. Raven is a symbol of mystery, symbol of magic, symbol of intuition, symbol of luck. And change is coming into your life. Because whatever this sick woman did to you was this sick man, Capricorn, maybe she's a Capricorn, okay? Capricorn. It will come back to her. Let's see what else. I have Aries, Sun in Aries, new beginnings, you see? New beginnings and change is coming. New beginnings and change is coming your way. All right, my wonderful collective. Well, this was a beautiful message for you. Okay, I'm very happy for you. Expect that. Have a leap of faith, like I already said. Take a chance. Have no fears. Know how strong you are. And once again, thank you for watching. If you're new, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye.